Wait till the last lap to make his move. They want to settle amongst the two of them. They work together to get the lead in second. Now they're going to wait till the end so they can hopefully stay first and second.
Yeah, this is a tough situation because obviously Matt's in the driver's seat being in the front. But if he leaves any gap at all, the 32 is going to try and play to his weaknesses. The other thing is, you know, Chad's gotten passed now already by somebody hooking up and pushing each other by him. So maybe he hooks up with the 52 of Tom Hessert, or maybe it's the 32 of Brandon McReynolds and tries pushing those guys to the lead. So it's going to be an interesting 3 laps here.
They're 3 and 4. When they come back through the tri-oval, it'll be just 2 laps of racing to go. Just over 5 miles remain. The International Motorsports Hall of Fame 250, right on the yellow line, the double yellow line. Matt Lofton once again. Brandon McReynolds running in the second spot. As they come across the stripe, 2 laps of racing to go.
Remember, we still have a couple Kimmels running together back there. Will and Frank running 6th and 7th.
Single file line through 1 and 2. The pack working their way out of 2 and onto the backstretch. It is go time. Who's going to go? We saw a Venturini car. Looked like they were going to peek outside. They ducked back in. Again, the 68 and 44. Those are family members. Will Kimmel just in front of Frank Kimmel.
You know, Matt's leaving Brandon just enough room to be able to get to him. The problem is Brandon's going to need the help of the guys behind him. They don't seem to be quite close enough for him to be able to get that run to be able to pull up to his outside.
We got 2 cars working together. Chris Buescher in the 17 on the outside, trying to make that outside line run. There's Larry McReynolds on the outside. This time by 1 to go. The white flag will go in the air. Can Lofton hang on, or will McReynolds make the move to get into victory lane for the first time?
I don't think the guys on the outside were able to get together enough to really make anything happen.
Now Lofton runs off that yellow line, making that car as wide as he can through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. Where will the move be made? Will it be coming out of turn number 4? We're about to find out. Will they get a run? Chad Hockenbraw runs in the 3rd spot. Tom Hessert in 4th. Steve Blackburn back in 5th.
It almost looks like nobody's close enough to anybody to be much help. Now it looks like Hockenbraw is going to pull up on the back of Brandon McReynolds.
Hockenbraw gives the 32 a shove. Coming out of turn number 4. Will it be enough? As they come out of 4, trying to get to the outside. Lofton trying to make the car as wide as he can. McReynolds makes the pass as they go through the tri-oval. Can he hang on until they get to the stripe? McReynolds will win at Talladega.
With a lot of help from Chad Hockenbraw.
Brandon McReynolds with the shove from Chad Hockenbraw, and look at that emotion coming from his father and mother. The hugs on top of the pit box.
That's pretty amazing right there. To be able to get the help from the 58 and to drive up there, that's pretty awesome.
They passed the 58. The 32 and the 16 work together to get by the 58, and the 58 then helps the 32 to get his first ever win in the ARCA Racing Series.
Well, I think it was a situation where Chad Hockenbraw said, I can't win it from 3rd. If I can help him get by him, then maybe I'll have a shot at it when we get down towards the line. But Matt Lofton did a good job blocking his advance. The 32 got by, but you see him make a little contact with Chad Hockenbraw right there.
You know, it's amazing. Brandon played it perfectly. I mean, to do all of that, it was perfect.
Watch Larry Mack. This is while he was watching this live.
A very happy father. Let's hear from him, right?
I'm standing here with Larry McReynolds, and I'm just wondering, about 20 years ago when Brandon was in victory lane right here with Davey Allison, did you ever dream that you'd be standing here today in this same spot?
I really didn't, Ray, and you know, just that kid amazes me. He had a plan, and he started making that plan with 20 laps to go, and he knew exactly where he wanted to be coming off turn 4. Evidently, he gets that from his godfather, Davey Allison. That's the only thing I can figure out. And we got to get something on those quarter panels. Thank the good Lord, the man that rolled down there is safe. That was more important than anything, but I couldn't be prouder, and so many thanks to Steve and Sandra Turner for giving him this opportunity.
I didn't hear you on the radio. How hard was it to stay off?
You know what, Mark Rent, these guys, they got it handled. It's nice just to be dad.
Big celebration. Larry will be back in victory lane here at Talladega, where he's been lots of times before.
And Ray, as you mentioned, 20 years ago yesterday, Davey Allison won here at Talladega with Larry McReynolds as the crew chief. And Brandon McReynolds was there in victory lane. And remember, Brandon Reynolds, only 21 years old. He was 1 year old.
Great planning. They had a gap right there behind Lofton, so him and Chad Hockenbaugh got together. They had the momentum, and it just propelled them right by him.
Well, I think one of the things that Brandon did perfectly is he drug the brakes, and he almost forced Chad to push him at first. Once Chad started pushing, he knew he was going to have to push him all the way to checkered flag. Chad did a great job pushing him all the way up there. Matt did everything he could do, just victim of circumstances. And anybody that knows Brandon, they're going to be happy for him because he's a great kid, well-deserving. And to get your first win at Talladega, that's got to be huge. I mean, this is a cool place to win, but to get that first win here is really awesome.
You know, it's amazing. They run nose to tail for so many laps here. And then at the end of the race, it comes down to this, and we have a pass coming off the tri-oval.
Margin of victory, just under 0.2 of a second separating that 32. What a great push he had. And then the battle for second between Lofton and Hockenbaugh, that separation, 5/1000ths of a second. Look how close that finish was.
You know, one of the things that Larry said was, thanks to Steven Sandler Turner, and you know, you see Turner Motorsports on the hood of that car, the 32 on it, which is the Wintron Racing number.
Right.
You know, obviously Kevin Sawinski's been around this sport for a long time. He actually helps us at our shop at Turner Motorsports. But to have that 32 on there, you know, the first 2 times that they've almost won and haven't won, they've been number 4. They changed numbers and got it into victory lane. So maybe Brandon's going to be a fan of the 32 for a lot more here moving forward.
You know what I really loved about Larry's interview there? His son just won, and you see how emotional he is. His son just won a huge race in the ARCA Racing Series, a big notch in his belt for his career. And he made the comment, I'm just glad to know that the driver of the 83, Mike Afrano, was okay. And by the way, he's been checked out in the infield care center and released. How about Darrell Waltrip down there celebrating with the family?
There's Mark Rett, crew chief in the black shirt there.
Old DW is going to enjoy this trip to victory lane, I am sure. His very good friend Larry McReynolds and Larry's son Brandon McReynolds. And it's funny, we talked about it, we joked about it earlier today. You even took a picture of it. On Brandon's car, it says Brandon McReynolds, and in small print, it's
Larry's kid.
Larry's kid. So, what a great time for the